In this video, we're going to build a cabin in the woods that's completely off the grid, equipped with solar, a dam, and so much more.
This is the perfect spot for the cabin.
I know, dude! And we started by removing the brush and the little trees and some vines, and then scraped it all flat with the tractor, transforming it into this. Look how beautiful the pad is now. It's time to build the base.
I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute, now it didn't happen right away. When it get hot in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how it winners made. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flame. I switch my style up, watch the money pile up. I'ma get rich or die trying on the switch lanes. I'm always getting better, I'ma be your fifth place. On this one, then four for the next. Third, second, first, you report with the best. She showing love, give me all the raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down.
All right, Colby, what's next?
Insulation.
So we're gonna use foam for our insulation because the one time we used the pink stuff, you guys scared the crap out of us in the comments. So congratulations, we're using foam now.
I do it for the love, they perform for the checks, and I still get more. They be bored by the rest. I done put the work in, wasn't born in success. See the storm, it affects the performance.
Foam is in, plastic is on, you know what that means. Time for subfloor.
And I won't stop till I'm done. From the bottom to the top, I'm the one. I can drop in a month, I'll be back at the top. Let's go. Raw energy.
Okay, dude, what does a cabin in the woods have to have? A front porch.
Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and blow the house down.
Now it's time to put up the walls. When you walk in a cabin, you want it to feel cozy and nice. And to get that cozy feeling, these walls are only 7 feet tall.
And even with the shorter walls, we're still gonna have enough room for a loft.
And with all the walls up, it was time to turn our focus towards the porch. For the columns to hold up our porch, we used 4x4s that sat directly on the posts we put in the ground earlier. For the roof of this cabin, we want something really special. We went with a 45-degree pitch, which is just insane if you look at it. From the top of the ceiling to the floor, it was 13 feet high. For the roof itself, we're using tin, and it's corrugated, which means it's wavy, and I think that's the perfect kind to have on a cabin. Plus, it's cheaper. Now we're just gonna cut off this excess, and then the roof will be completely done. Okay, so this area right here is going to be the porch, and we're about to put in the ceiling, which is only gonna be about 7 feet high. But that leaves us with room on the inside to make a crazy loft. So the next step is what? Siding. 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 One of the reasons for this location is the creek right in front of the cabin. This creek flows all year and there's a constant water supply, so we're gonna use it to our advantage and build a dam to raise the water level where we can pump the water inside the cabin. But we've never built a dam before, so it's gonna be a good challenge. Our idea behind the dam was to make a mold for concrete using plywood, which is easy enough, but the hard part is letting the water pass through while the concrete's drying. So our idea was to use two 4-inch PVC pipes to let the water pass through the mold. And as you can see by the water level rising to the pipes, it was working perfectly. If you're watching this video, chances are you love places like this in the outdoors. That's why this video is sponsored by Fishing Clash. Now we're gonna drill some holes in the rock to put in rebar. Fishing Clash is a realistic fishing game for people who love places like this. It has amazing graphics and it even has realistic sounds, just like where I'm at right now. But something notable that I love about the game is once you unlock new places to fish, the sounds change to match the environment you're in. And one of my favorite locations in the game is the California Pier because at nighttime, you can actually hear people's voices walking by in the back. When I'm playing, I actually feel like I'm there. Now that our mold for the dam was complete, it was time to pour the concrete. We have about 30 of those bags to put in. And there are fishing tournaments, so you can start a team, play with your friends, but honestly I like playing at night when I'm by myself and it's nice and quiet. Fishing Clash is also doing a Major League Fishing tournament. It's pretty cool to see a collaboration like that. So you can really help our channel out by downloading Fishing Clash for free. Just click the link below in the description or use the QR code. You also get a $20 gift you can redeem by using the code CHE. You'll get one unique avatar, a mythical lure card, and a bunch of luck and weight power-ups to help you catch bigger fish. And thank you so much to Fishing Clash for sponsoring this video. And don't forget to use the code CHE to get your gift. With the mold completely filled with concrete, the next step was just to wait until it cured. Until then, we honestly have no idea if it's going to work.
Stairs seem easy to build, but they're actually really tricky. Luckily, I've done this before a few times, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Where I'm sitting right now is going to be the loft. And I see a lot of cabins with just siding on the front. And I think that's a missed opportunity. So we're gonna put windows in here.
Woo! Yeah. That's what we want, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it?
This inside is going to be insane. The first thing we gotta do is run electric and plumbing.
All right, well, Che's out editing a video, so my dad and I are gonna knock out all this insulation. Let's go. Now it's time for drywall.
For the cabin AC, we permanently framed in a window unit that was cheap and didn't draw much power. And once the drywall is up, we could really see how much potential was inside the cabin. And our next step was for our dad to go ahead and fill all the holes and cracks with mud. And while he was doing that, Colby and I went back to the shop to make custom cabinets. And once our cabinet doors were done, we went ahead and drilled holes for the hinges where we could get back to the cabin and put up a ceiling. Alright guys, it is time to put up a ceiling.
Woo! Well, that's about perfect, dude.
This is starting to look really good in here.
I know.
Well, the cabin's looking amazing, guys, but everywhere else, it's kind of a muddy mess. We need to cover this up. Dude, I think we're gonna need a little more than that. I think so.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know.
Apparently, this is my job now. I paint things.
You're really good at painting.
See, what happens is when you're good at something, you get more of it to do.
Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it. We gon' get back on our feet, and I put it on me. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home.
All right, we're finally gonna cover up this mud with gravel.
Oh, it's gonna look so nice.
I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home.
All right, so this cabinet right here is going to be the heart of this off-grid cabin. We're not getting power from the grid. What we're gonna do is use a giant battery bank that's always being charged by solar panels. And they're gonna sit right in here. Then these get run to an inverter, and the inverter powers this outlet, which powers the entire cabin. And of course, we'll have some fuses and stuff. While I was setting up the battery bank, Colby began to install the can lights, which is great because it was getting dark, and we are going to need our electric to work where we could see. Meanwhile, our dad was doing an amazing job tiling in the corner where the fireplace is going to be. This tile will help protect the walls and the floor from the heat coming off the metal. And once I got the batteries installed and the inverter hooked up, there was one thing left to do before we had electricity. Oh wow. I have no idea how we're gonna mount them to the roof without making the roof leak. So while I was figuring out how to mount the solar panels, Colby and my dad decided to build the countertops for our cabinets.
All right, time to make some countertops.
Whenever we get a chance, we love building things ourselves, like the windows and these countertops. When you pay full price for things, builds like this can end up costing tens of thousands of dollars.
This is the vinyl that's meant to look just like our tile. It's gonna go on top of this countertop and it just glues on.
And the funny thing is, we learned how to do this on YouTube. In fact, most of the things you see in this video we learned on YouTube. Meanwhile, I figured out how to mount the solar panels. All I had to do was put a piece of wood going across the whole roof, screw to the ends where it won't leak, and then just screw the solar panels to that. Colby then installed the countertops, which, by the way, only cost about $60 since we made them. Alright, I got everything kind of temporary plugged up. Colby, turn on the lights. Hey! It's lit in here!
Oh my God.
We're running off batteries, no more generator. With the electricity working, there were only a few more things to do before this cabin was complete.
Now I'm gonna make this ugly floor pretty with some carpet.
So for the plumbing, we're actually gonna pull water from the creek with this. This pump is gonna sit right here underneath the sink, and I'm gonna run this pipe through the floor, underneath the house, and into the creek. Now me and my dad are just gonna bury this line, and it will shoot straight into the creek. Then I'm gonna hook up the pump, which will suck the water from the creek and put it right into the sink. And because the sink will rarely be used, we decided to just drain it right through the floor where it flows back in the creek. I think we just created paradise. This is by far my favorite build. I've never been more proud to show you what we've done. Let's show you what's going on the inside. So this general area right here is going to be our kitchen. We obviously made custom cabinets to fit in here really nice. Plenty of storage for whatever you need to stay in here. And then we have a sink that actually pumps water from the creek into the cabin. And of course it's filtered, so you can use it to wash your hands and it would be just fine. Movie nights in here are a must. I mean, that's why you're gonna be in here, is to hang out with everybody and have a great time. We also bought this awesome sectional that could easily hold 3 people. Someone could even sleep on this. Then we have a wood-fired stove, which would easily heat up this entire cabin in the wintertime, and you can even cook on top of it. This ladder we also made removable, so when you're not using it, you can just stow it away somewhere. But for now, you just set that up there like that and climb up. We made it a point to be able to fit a full-size mattress up here where we could sleep 2 people comfortably. And there's plenty of room for bags or whatever else you want to have up here. And let's not forget these amazing windows we built where you can go to sleep while you're looking at the creek. Well, that's the tour, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and huge thank you to Fishing Clash for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you next time.